Greetings, Planet Mitch here. It is Friday, hard to believe, and yes, if you're paying attention, I'm an hour late. I was on a call with Roberto this morning and trying to solve some issues that he's having. And we managed to solve several of them. And one of the things I want to show you today is how to fix your upViral emails. And I'm going to put that lesson in as part of what I'm doing in the Giveaway Rocket Mothership. Because everybody needs to know how to do this, because there's some advantages, especially if you're having trouble figuring out some things. And we're going to talk about that. So I'm going to record a segment. I'll edit this down later on and I'll put that in as a training lesson. And I'm also going to cover the new release, which I've whispered to you about before. But Wilco and upViral team have finally announced it officially, so I can really officially talk about it. If you're here, please comment, because y'all know I've talked about this before. People, when they comment, helps my video be shown to more people, and we want to educate the kajibers out of everybody out there in the universe, because everybody ought to be freaking doing a contest. I had so much fun yesterday. I did that Facebook Live yesterday morning, and then I got on a call with Allie. Why can I not come up with her name? Last name. Thompson. I think that's right. And we talked for over an hour on her Facebook group about the reason why people should be doing contests. And hey, Julia, good to see you. Thanks for commenting. If you're watching on replay, do # replay. Much appreciated. Lots of things I covered with Allie yesterday, and I am still continuously fired up about doing contests in most businesses. I used to say all. There's a couple of businesses it doesn't work for. But if you have any interest in doing contests and want to know more about that, of course you need to contact me, because I'm the guy. I am your viral list building success coach. See, I had to go down there and look at my post-it note where I wrote that down, because I still don't have that memorized. I don't know if that explains anything to anybody, but if somebody asks me what I do, I'm going to say I'm the viral list building success coach, and then that will prompt a conversation, right? Right, because nobody will know what that means. So I'm going to cover this thing called SendGrid, and then I'm going to talk about the new feature that's been implemented. So let me get the SendGrid thing out of the way, because I was helping Roberto. And so what I'm going to do now for Julia and whoever else is watching, I am going to do this little thing as a training blip. And if you comment, I will possibly talk to you. But it's going to go into my membership site for everybody else. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for being here. So what I'm going to talk about is this thing having to do with sending out emails. Okay? So ring the bell. I was talking to my friend Roberto this morning, and he's having some trouble with his email system inside of upViral. And what I want to do is to give you guys a demo of using a tool called SendGrid. Now, there are some other things out there on the planet, and it's called SMTP, and don't freaking ask me what that acronym means, because I don't know what it means. Maybe somebody who's watching here live understands what SMTP is, and it doesn't really matter. So inside of upViral, there's two ways of sending upViral emails. Now, we've talked before about the fact that upViral has its own emails that go out as part of the contest, but you can also send emails from your own autoresponder. Now, we're not talking about that part of the process. What we're talking about purely is the emails that go out from upViral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over, if I can find the right function key, I'm going to switch over, and there's that other thing that I was going to talk about, but that's coming up later. If I go over to upViral, inside the settings, there is a way, the general settings, which is where I am, of specifying the outgoing emails, right? So if I go over, just to clarify things with you, if I go into this campaign, which we haven't launched yet, and I was supposed to launch the other day, and we haven't launched, but blah, 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 blah. But if you go into email notifications, these are the emails that can go out from your campaign. So the one right after registration, when somebody signs up through their referral link, etc., etc., etc. If you want, you can have them go out from an SMTP tool, and I use SendGrid. So I'm going to go back to show you the settings, and I'm going to do... So one of the things that happens, I'm going to turn this off, right? So pretend I meant to do this ahead of time, and I didn't do it. But if I do use upViral servers, and I come down here, and all the way at the bottom, or where is it, is covered up by this, click Save. Then if I go to my dashboard, I have this notice that says, we've noticed unusually high amount of spam complaints or email bounces from your account. So if you run into this on your upViral account, notice it says your account has been suspended to send out emails. So all of those emails I was just talking about are not going out because upViral has me flagged. And this has happened to me 2 or 3 times. Now, you can send an email to support, but they also send you to this link that says configure your own email server here. So that's what I had done before, and I need to turn that back, but we'll do save here. Use SendGrid for outgoing email. You can use a tool called Postmark. You can do SendGrid. You can do Amazon SES. I chose SendGrid because they do have a free 30-day trial. And it is going to cost you, I think they charge me $9 a month to use their service. But there are some advantages for doing that. I'm going to try to cover a couple of those here in a second. So if anybody has any questions while I'm going through this, while you're watching live, go ahead and pop those in the comments, because I'll try to answer them, because those could be things that other people are looking for. So I'm going to turn SendGrid back on. But there's 2 ways, by the way, of using SendGrid. And Roberto, whom I was just talking with, had this problem. He was using username and password. And I was not using that. I am using the use API key. And you'll notice that this is not my API. It's part of my API key. I didn't want to show you the whole thing. Because, obviously, I don't want you using my SendGrid account. So if I were to click save, and it's not going to work because that API key is not right, but so what you would do is grab the API key from SendGrid, and you'll have to go through their system to figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's an easy, just do Google SendGrid API key, and it'll tell you how to get there. But and so you do save, and upViral is going to start using your SendGrid account to send stuff out. Now, Roberto's issue was we had it set using the other thing, and we also weren't sure whether it was working because he went in and did a test. Now, I don't know for a fact, so let's suppose that I go to this Jenna account, and I'm going to move this thing out of my way, and I'm going to go into the setup, and it's going to warn me that my account's been thinged because I haven't gone back and set it right, because I don't want to show you my API key. If I go into email notifications, you can also do, if I click on this, for example, you can do send test email. What I haven't tested is whether or not that goes out via my SendGrid account or whether it goes out through upViral servers. So what I recommend when you're doing your testing is to register for your campaign as if a user were doing it. And that's what we did with Roberto. We went through and we actually registered for the campaign, and then we looked for those emails to show up. And we sat and looked in his email account, and we sat, and nothing was coming through. So what's the good thing about using SendGrid besides the fact that you're using somebody else's servers and you've gotten past this big red bullet at the top of your page. Let's go over to SendGrid and jump into the dashboard. I wanted to show you the dashboard first, but no, of course, I wasn't there. You can see the traffic. SendGrid does a really good job of showing you what the traffic is going through your account. I think this is hilarious, by the way. I don't have a campaign running right this minute, so I'm using this SendGrid for other systems as well. But I don't understand how you can have an open percentage greater than 100. So 9 emails went out. Obviously, people have been opening stuff multiple times. Okay, but why don't you just track individuals? Anyway, I just think that's funny. One of the key things, though, when we were looking at Roberto's thing, his problem was, okay, so you register. So if we you can see, excuse me, stats. You can go into more details and look at all kinds of really cool stuff about your statistics, and there's data down here that blah, blah, blah you can get to. The key thing, if you scroll over here on the left to activity, this is where the gold was for me, because you can do a search. You can look at dates. You can look at a specific email address. So if you registered in your upViral campaign, then you can look specifically for that email inside of SendGrid. Now, I'm just going to cheat. I'm going to do show all activity. So I'm not going to do that search, which is where I was when I started this, because I didn't blah, blah, blah. But you can see every email that is going through SendGrid and see whether it's delivered or sent. Now, in Roberto's case, we saw the word pending here, and there was not a big green bullet. And so we looked at the top of his SendGrid, and for whatever reason, his SendGrid had been suspended. So emails weren't going out. But the key to me here is that in this, using a tool like SendGrid or some of the other SMTP servers, you can see whether the emails are actually going out and whether people are opening those specific emails. Because notice, there's an open thing over here. So Bradley's opened this one twice. M. Bradley, whoever that is. So this tool, if you're having trouble with email, helps you out a whole freaking bunch to figure out whether things are going out, whether they're going properly, and whether or not they're getting opened, which is data you cannot see inside of upViral. There is no way inside of upViral to see what's going on. Now, let me caveat that with, I'm going to switch over to a live campaign that I did before, Red Dog. And if I go into stats inside upViral and go to email metrics, then you can see, by the way, and go away, you can see the total number of emails that were sent. Each one of those specific email types, you can see whether or not they were sent, and the total open rate, but you can't see any details about who opened what. So if you're using a service like SMTP, like SendGrid, then you get more information than you were getting before. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense in terms of using SMTP inside of upViral to A, solve the problem when you've been suspended. And of course you can write support and they might unsuspend you, but that's going to take some time, right? It's not going to, we know support isn't typically responding immediately. Or B, you want to track the emails that are going out with more fine detail to see what's specifically happening. And now let's suppose you get a customer that's entered your campaign that says, I'm not getting your emails. If you go in to upViral, you can't tell anything about whether Betty Lou's getting emails. But if you're sending all your stuff through SendGrid, you can go do that search function and find out whether Betty Lou has gotten it. Now, it might be in her spam. It might be unopened. It might not be sent. So this gives you some granularity that you don't have anywhere else. All right, so that's what I know. Now, I also believe, when I was talking to Roberto, I'll finish off with this, that inside of SendGrid, you can work on your email delivery performance. And so his concern was whether or not there was some domain issues, and I'm not going to get into all the details because most people will not go to that level of detail. But you can also do some whitelisting and some setting up of your own domain name in there. And so there's some other advantages which I really haven't explored yet, but I wanted to raise that in case maybe it's important to you that you might go dive in detail into SendGrid. All right, so that's that. I'm going to ring the bell. Maybe I can see that when I edit the recording. Nobody asked any questions. Hi, Chiron. I can never say your name right either. I gotta start learning how to say people's names. Anybody have any questions? You guys didn't ask any questions while I was doing that. Let's see if anybody's actually watching. Or did I lose everybody? Oh, there's 3 of you here. Hi. All right, so the other feature that was... I'm getting hot in here. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's because I'm excited. The other thing that was announced today that I've told other people about, but not inside the upViral group, is the new tracking links. And I wish that I had that on some of the older accounts, some of the older campaigns. But the tracking is going to be really freaking awesome, and I really love the fact that they put that in there. And so let's suppose that inside this Red Dog campaign, if you go to the Promote tab, there's now custom tracking links. This is awesome stuff. This is awesome, awesome stuff. So you can, and these oh, I shouldn't show this. I shouldn't show this. I was doing some testing earlier because I knew this was here, but they hadn't really talked about it. And again, this campaign is not open, so it doesn't really matter. But initially, hey Julia, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you commenting so that everybody else gets to see my video. Yay! This tracking link where there's spaces in here, they fixed that problem. You can't do spaces. It'll substitute underscores or something. So don't pretend that's not there. The key thing, though, is that you can use a link. For example, if you're going to send it out in email, you can use a specific link to see who comes in and joins your campaign via that link. Now, you can do all this kind of stuff in Google Analytics. You can be really fancy in Google Analytics and find out all kinds of stuff. But for people that are like me, that are totally not understanding Google Analytics, this is awesome. So you copy that link, you put it in an email, you copy this other link, you put it in a Facebook ad or a Facebook group or somewhere. So you can go create all kinds of different links here. And then when you go in the stats, now this one is... this is an old campaign, and you look at the statistics, those new tracking links are going to show up here, and you're going to be able to see conversion rate, this opt-in over here, you're going to be able to see the conversion rate for Facebook groups, for emails. You're going to be able to get a lot more data about what's working and what's not working in your campaign. And this is a fantastic tool to be able to help you understand, whether people are coming in from your emails, or if you post in a Facebook group that supposedly has a lot of traffic and you come in here and you find out nobody's registered, then don't post in that Facebook group anymore, right? So you can learn what's working and what's not working. And this is really, really cool stuff. And by the way, I didn't copy that link, did I? Did I copy that link? I didn't. Let me just go back. So I'm going to copy this link. By the way, the key thing here is if you do paste, notice that it simply says track equals and then some text. You can do tracking links on the fly. upViral did this right, bless their hearts, because I would have said, you guys need to do this. But you can do new link, and I don't know if you can see this on Facebook because it might be mighty small, but I'm typing after the track equals on the URL, new link from live, whatever, and send that link out without coming over here to this page and registering it. So they will build those tracking links inside of upViral on the fly and record statistics. You don't have to go build it first. Now, Wilco didn't tell you that in the video if you watched his video, but that's a really awesome sauce feature to be able to create those tracking links on the fly. This is gorgeous stuff. None of the other tools do this. And yes, you have me to thank for it. Thank you. I've been pushing for this for about 1.5 years. So I'm going to toot my own horn because this was one of the things that I submitted a long time ago. Awesome stuff. Let me just do that. Oh, by the way, it's closed. Dang it. Okay, but maybe if I go back to the stats, let's see what happens. Well, I'm sorry, I should show you that. Look, there's new link from live right there. It got put in there automatically. And so if I go to the stats and look at that. So there it is. That's how it works. Even though this campaign's closed, it still tracked me. So bless their hearts. I love this feature. I'm very excited about this. To be able to share your links everywhere. You can give your link to an affiliate. Now, it's not true affiliate tracking, or maybe I should say influencers. So if you're paying or asking somebody who's an influencer to share your link, and beforehand, all you could do was look at the charts and see, well, bang, I had a big influx of new visits or new leads. Here, today, now, you can track actual performance of influencers to say, oh, well, I paid this guy $100, $200, whatever. Was that of value to me? Did I get X number of conversions from that? This is gold stuff. This is golden. I'm so excited about this. I could spit. Ooh, that's gross. Why would you do that? Anyway, so those are the two big things that I wanted to cover today. You guys that are here, if you have any questions, let me know. Was there something else I was going to share? I swear there was something else I was going to share. What's my other window back there? Oh, this is just fun. My daughter ordered a new MacBook yesterday or Wednesday, whatever day it was. Today's Friday. UPS now has this cool thing where you can see where the freaking truck is. Yes, that's my house. If you want to know where I live, I'm right there. You can Google me and find that out. No problem. That's where the truck is. That you can see where the freaking truck is that has your package on it in UPS. Isn't that fun? You could spend all day tracking your package, waiting to see, because they say 11:15 to 3:15. Ooh, it says in your area now. It didn't say that before. Just a fun little thing. I think that's cool. The modern technology world, right? Right. So, let's come back to me. Man, it's gotten bright outside, so my face is all blech. Sorry. How are you guys doing? Anybody having any fun? Anybody want to join me in learning how to do contests? I'm going to close this. Hold on, I'm still here. It just looks so bright. If you have any interest in doing a contest, starting March 15th, we are going to build your first campaign live. We're going to build it. We're going to launch them on April 1st. We're going to work together as a group to help each other promote each other's campaigns. We're doing this thing called Win Together. Win is my program for teaching you how to do contests the right way, as opposed to the quick, dirty won't work way, which is what everybody else does. WIN stands for what, which is really who, what, when, where, why, and how. I is for implementation, and N is for nurture. So those are the kind of things I'm teaching my clients, and I'm going to teach you how to do to run your campaign better. If you have any interest in joining me on starting on March 15th, today is the 8th, we are going to be teaching you all the nuances of how to do awesome contests. And you're going to have your first one launched by April 1st. And you're going to add leads to your business starting April 1st. And you're going to see the glory of contests. And you are going to start adding dollars, income to your bottom line. So join me April 1st. March 15th is when we start. And it's all going to be recorded, so if you happen to jump in late, that's okay. We will take care of you, and we will get you up and running with your contest, and you're going to know how to do it the right way. And the right way involves what? Anybody know what it involves? Their very first step? Anybody that's watching? Anybody still watching? Anybody out there? What's the first step in running a campaign, a contest, besides talking to me? Okay, what is your first step? Come on, somebody answer in the comments. Quick, quick, quick. Where's my Jeopardy? Did you hear about poor Alex Trebek? Which, he's got cancer. That's horrible. I feel sorry for him. Nobody's answering. Nobody wants to take a guess. I won't flog you if you're wrong. What's the first thing you have to do in a contest? Is it go in and build your lead pages? Is it setting up your points? Is it, what is it? What is it? What is it? Come on. Somebody. Bobby? Julia left. Kieran? Is it you? Can you snarl with your lips? I know it's Friday. Nobody's answering me. Come on. What is the first thing you have to do to run a superb, excellent, stupendous contest? One word. One word is all you got to type. It starts with the letter P. I'm giving you a big hint. P. Nobody? Really? Nobody? Come on. Okay. So I guess I won't tell you because you'll never know. It is Friday. I have lots of good stuff to do. I also had a 2.5-hour conversation talking about contests and SEO and list building. It was awesome yesterday. Lots of great conversations with people. It could be you. I was talking to Heather from the Bunkie contest. Man, that girl knows some stuff about Google Analytics. Stuff I never thought I wanted to know. Still nobody wants to answer my question, huh? What is going on, people? What is it? It's a P word. There's 3 of you supposedly here. What's the P word that you have to do? Starts with a P. Julia told me that she had to leave, so she's gone. So Bobby's out there. What was that gal's name? The one, the Sherry Lewis that did the I see Bobby and looking through the mirror. Do you remember that? Nobody's going to answer my question. Okay, I'm just not going to tell you what the answer is. I'm going to be stingy and take my ball home and go away. Thanks for tuning in. It is Friday. Somebody on the replay is going to answer me. I know they're going to put in #replay and they're going to give me the P word in the answer, and y'all are going to feel defeated because you knew the answer and you just didn't tell me. We will talk to you again on Monday. Who knows, I might pop in and do a Facebook Live sometime, but for sure Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I think the time in the United States time, daylight savings time, starts this weekend. I don't know. There's 4 people now. Somebody else is new. And somebody's going to wonder what the P word is that Mitch is talking about. that nobody's willing to type in the comments. But you're going to have to leave and not know the answer, because nobody's willing to even try. I'm just trying to see if anybody will comment. Just trying to see if anybody will comment. Anything. Any kind of little comment. Tell me I'm full of crap. I don't care. Let's see. What's wrong? What's the deal? No loves, no hearts, no thumbs up, no Facebook Live. Friday. It's Crazy Mitch Friday. Nothing, huh? Nothing. All right. Thanks for tuning in. It is Friday. Victoria's excited. I know she's excited. Although she's going to class in a few minutes. And Maddie says... Huh? Now Maddie says...
Dad, you're always right.
Oh, that's Victoria saying that. Okay, we'll talk to you again Monday since nobody's going to comment. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I must have done something wrong. You guys don't love me anymore.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.